Hey, how's it going, guys? Was I wrong in recommending the Acer Aspire 3 Spin 14 over this, the CHUWI Hi10 Max? Because this is aimed towards a slightly different market, so that's why I kind of have slight regrets, but not too much, because I know some people argue that this is a tablet, it's not a full-fledged laptop. You can kind of make the case that it is because it has a keyboard, it's running Windows 11 or 10, whatever it is, and it feels like a laptop. I guess if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, probably is a duck, right? I'm not going to argue too much on that. You can call it a tablet, whatever. But anyways, the Acer Aspire 3 Spin 14 was nicer than this because it was obviously at the same price point. Actually, it was a little cheaper, and you get Intel i3, like a better processor. You have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Actually, this one has more RAM, so that's the one benefit. But the CPU feels pretty limiting. This Intel N100 is clocked at 800 megahertz, but it's not bad. I mean, the clock speed can be raised if need be. At the same time, I think the processor and performance was just better overall on that one, even though they're both pretty low end. And the fact that that's cheaper than this. Now, going back to the tablets for a second, this was supposed to go up against the Samsung Galaxy S9 FE, as well as the Apple iPad 10th gen, because those were around $300, give or take, especially during the sale time. But still, as a drawing tablet, I don't know if I'd say that I'd recommend this over that, because I haven't really used too much of the drawing power on here, so it's a good screen, it's good overall, but I don't know if I can justify the price point, because CHUWI is more of an unknown brand compared to Samsung as well as Apple. Now, I know that sounds pretty far-fetched, or it's like kind of cliche to say that, but it's true. There's some reliability towards, I'd say, Samsung more than Apple in these things. At least affordability too, because $300 and you get a stylus with that. That one makes more sense to go with than this. CHUWI, it's kind of back and forth. I've seen the brand before. I don't think people know it too well, and I don't know, personally, I don't feel like it justifies the price point of what this is going for. Right now with the keyboard, you can get it for $340, but again, the Acer is cheaper and performs a little bit better. So for that, I think you would go with that. But if you do want something for drawing and you kind of want to use it as a laptop, I guess this makes sense. I wonder, I bet actually Samsung probably sells their own keyboard for it. It might not be a detachable one like this one, but I haven't checked out the S9 FE myself. The only other downside that I really had with this one and that I didn't like was the fact that this just is a poor excuse for like a kickstand. It's just really bad. It slips off very easily. It's not good at all whatsoever, and it kind of just feels cheap, I would say. I prefer the convertible version of the Acer Aspire 3 because it can be moved backwards, like it can go in tent mode or tablet mode, and that one is a lot easier than this. This one is like a little flimsy. It doesn't do a great job of staying together. Just a little bit of pressure on the screen, and this can fall down, like so. So if I just lift this up, and then I'm just like, let's say I'm using this, eventually, it's holding up pretty well this time around, but there were times like when I wasn't recording, just today itself, it just like fell down, so I was just really disappointed in that. So I guess if you have the hinge over past like a 90-degree angle, it's more than likely to hold up. But yeah, overall my take is it's not awful, but I think there's better choices out there. There is someone that mentioned putting Linux on here or whatever. I have no idea about that stuff. I'd be open to learning more, though, to be honest. And that's why he said that this is a good cheap tablet to load Linux on this, or something along those lines. But yeah, I guess for Linux users, you can consider this. For everyone else, Acer Aspire 3, if you're going for the tablet side for drawing, I would say go with the Samsung Galaxy S9 FE. The S9 FE also has a brighter screen than this. That one is like 800 nits. I believe this was 400 or something, if I remember correctly. So, pretty big difference. It's double. 400 is not that much. It's just mediocre. But at this price point, again, you can do a lot better. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And stay tuned for more, as I'll be checking out more convertible laptops as well as budget tablets. Thanks for watching.